Welcome back to Swing Clinic. We now have a special guest here to help your game out. Head PGA professional Dan Ross at Purdue University's 2 different golf courses. They're beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed them. Jim Scott, our superintendent, does a great job with the courses. So,
amazing. Can't even believe they're
absolutely.
Public golf courses.
Yes, yes, and that's how we like it for sure. So
good. All right, well, we want you to teach us some things now that Jimmy has gone. Everybody's gone taking lunch.
Okay.
So glad to see your face in here. He touched a little bit earlier on setup.
Yes.
At the golf ball, how it affects everything as far as the outcome. 99% of it starts at the setup, but I want you to teach me about ball position, please. My feet.
Yep, where the ball needs to be placed in your stance. So a lot of people get confused with ball placement because they want to move both feet around a lot, and it's really difficult to try to find the right spot. I get a lot of students that ask me that question. So today I'm just going to give you a really easy way to kind of keep the ball in the same position and put it in the right place for your stance. So you've started with a sand wedge there.
Yep, 56 degree.
That's great. So let's hit a shot. I want you to place the ball about 3 inches off your left heel. Okay, and then
with right heel?
Yeah, with the left heel, from the left heel, because but narrow up your stance a little bit because you have a wedge in your hand. You're gonna have a narrower stance. That's fine. Go ahead and hit one. Good. And
that is new for me because I usually play it off the right heel. So that was really great.
It's because everyone feels like they need to play the ball back in their stance so much, but I don't necessarily see it that way. I like people to play it right there off the 3 inches off the left heel. Right. Then when you move up to an 8-iron, I want you to go ahead and take your setup, get the same exact stance that you just had, except now it's a longer club, so we're going to move our right foot back just a couple inches, but it's still going to be 3 inches off the left heel.
Okay.
So basically,
got it. So we're just making
you're just widening your stance slightly.
Wider.
Yeah, just slightly.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, there you go. Good shot. And you can continue on through. You can go on up to your 6-iron.
Thank you.
And now obviously you're going to take just a slightly wider stance, but you're going to keep the ball position that same 3 inches off of the left heel. And what you'll see, and you can probably see when you're looking at it face on, it now looks like the ball has effectively moved up forward in your stance.
Yes.
Even though we're still trying to keep it 3 inches off of that left heel,
Again, this is what's moving. My right foot is moving. That is correct.
Your right foot. That way, for most people, you only have to remember to move 1 foot, and now you're in good shape, and then the ball is always in the same position, and you should still make good contact when you hit.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And it continues to work, even as you get up to your hybrid. Okay.
All right.
So far, so good. We're hitting good shots.
It's been really good so far. I've never thought of it this way. I've had so many lessons in my life.
Sure.
Okay, so I was here with the 6. I'm just going to get a little wider.
Just get a little wider now that you hit your hybrid.
Wow.
Now, the only way that this does change is when you get to the driver. And the driver, we're moving, once you have that wide stance, now we're moving both feet to the right because you're going to play it all the way up off the left heel.
Okay, so just for the driver, that's a special exception.
That's right.
Not 3 inches, we're going to get it all the way up here, right?
That's right. That's right. So now, it's not hard to figure out where your ball placement should be. It should be pretty, an easy way of doing that. So.
If you could give an amateur golfer, anybody out here who just shows up, a 30 handicap, any tip, just off the rack, what would you say?
Hit down through the ball.
Down through the ball.
Yeah, in order to launch it. Most people try to lift the golf ball. So if we could get people to hit down and take divots more.
And you mean by hitting down, just so everybody can see really quickly? What do you mean?
Sure. What I mean is the club needs to unhinge down into the golf ball, so we take divots every time, as opposed to trying to help everything up in the air. That's the biggest thing that I see.
Don't be afraid to take a divot.
Don't be afraid to take a divot. We can always fix it.
I love it. Thank you so much, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you for allowing us the past couple of days to use all your facilities.
You're very welcome.
All right, coming up next, to everybody's dismay, Jimmy will be back. We'll finish up with some putting. Thank you again. Appreciate it so much.
Welcome.
Stick with us.
You bet.